Okay, so here we are, everyone. I have got all my gear packed up in the car. I got my swimming stuff, wild camping stuff, and my subwoofers are all fitted into the boot of the car, and now I'm a proper Gary girl. And yeah, I'm basically ready to go. So obviously I shan't be showing videos whilst I'm driving. That would be absolutely obscene. But yeah, here we go. Here comes the big journey. Okay guys, so I am here in the woods. I'll turn off the camera in a minute, but you can see I'm right in the middle of this beautiful wood, and all you can hear is the wind blowing. It's absolutely gorgeous. This. I'm going to turn the head torch off and you can see the moon. Okay, ready? Here we go. So beautiful. And I'll probably try to set up without actually no, that's probably a bad idea. I was going to say I might try and set up without the torch, but I'm going to need it, I think. But just look at that. I can't wait to get set up and get all snugly in my tent. It's a perfect night as well because it is crisp and cold, but it's dry and it's not windy at all. Well, it's a little bit of wind, but you can hardly feel it. So picked a perfect evening, and it's now, must be about 9:30 PM, so obviously not AM. So yeah, I'm really excited. Okay, so guys, I've been here for about 10 minutes, right? And my tent, it still isn't put up. Now, I don't know whether it's a design fault, but basically, you can see this pole here. It feeds through the little loops, but for some reason, it's so tight, it won't reach this little noggin here. And it actually ended up breaking off, which is supposed to attach, I don't know if you can see, but it's supposed to actually attach to this part. So what I've done is I've got a little bit of this rope, and I tied a little, I don't know what knot that is, but it's basically like a it's one that somebody showed me. It's really secure. Oh shit, sorry, you can't see now. Yeah, that's better. So it's really secure, and that's just a crappy little knot, but it seems to be kept in place. And I'm going to attempt to do it again, but first I've just got to burn the end of this so that it's with my little flamethrower, so that it's it doesn't fray. Come on. There you go. It's not like blowing it's going to do anything, is it? Anyway, right, that's done. Now I'm going to see if I can get it back up again. Okay, I got it on. The only thing is that that does look, yeah, but because I've burnt it, it looks like it could slip out, but actually because I don't know if you can see, I've got to get the right angle. Because I've burnt it there, it's pretty secure and it's pulled proper tight. But you can see here, it's like pulling on the seams a bit, so I don't know, it's like really tough to get up without adding bits to it. So anyway, I've done it. Right, this is pretty hilarious. Okay, I feel like the biggest now because do any of you guys remember the old school do you remember the old school tents where you would always put up the inner tent first and then put the fly sheet over the top? Well, my brain is old school. I was trying to fit this the poles along the inside. No wonder it wouldn't fit. Anyway, I finally got the outy bit on. So we've got the fire here, which is actually probably a little bit too close to the tent, to be honest. So probably what I'm going to do is not light a fire tonight. I'm just going to get in there and get snuggly. I don't know if you can see the inside of the tent. There's the tent. Hold on a minute. There's the tent. And I'm going to put the inside in now. Got my get all my gear in because it's probably going to start getting damp. The moon's still shining bright up there. Right, the tent is up finally, and it's forecasting rain tomorrow, so I'm going to go over there and get some of that if you can see over there, I'm going to go and get some of that wood whilst it's still dry, so that I can light a fire tomorrow and cook my little, what have I got? Not pheasant, what's the other one? I always forget the name. Partridge. I got 2 little partridges, so I'm gonna cook them on the fire tomorrow, which I'll make a video for. I've got all the bits and bobs to prepare them. Yeah, basically the point is I can get some of this wood in a bag here, which I have here, and put it inside the tent, you know, to get the fire started. And there's some logs, actually there are some logs there which I can grab for tomorrow as well, so it's pretty handy. Okay, so I've got my little log pile which I've put inside the tent. So the thing is, I haven't had a lot of experience in lighting fires in the rain, so but you know, I always find a way to figure it out. So I've put them in there because I thought if it does rain overnight, at least they'll be drier than they would be if they're in the rain overnight. And obviously once I get them out to light a fire, they're going to get wet if it's raining, but they won't be as wet. Okay? Right. It's not exactly rocket science, is it? I've also got, hold on, if I just turn my torch. Yeah, I've also got a bag here, multicoloured Wilco bag. It's the only one I could find before I left, and because inside it I've got like fish and stuff like that, and we don't want any naughty little aminals coming at night to try and steal it. So I've tied a little knot there and I've hung it in the tree. Thank you, tree, for looking after my food. You can see that beautiful tree goes all the way up to the sky. I am tired. I'm losing my mind here. Right, one last shot of the moon, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to sit in my tent and I'm going to enjoy this view. I'm going to stick my head out and just marvel at that absolutely beautiful sky. It could not be more perfect tonight. I am so pleased that I came tonight. And just listen to that peaceful sound of nothingness. Just the wind and the trees. Exactly what I need. Yay, I got my fire started. Do you know what? I actually decided that I was just going to light my own little fire tonight. It took me a while, but I just thought I might as well do it now and cook the bird now, because it'll give me, because if I cook it now I can at least eat one now, because I haven't eaten any dinner yet. And then the wind's not blowing in the direction of the tent, which is really good, and there's not much wind, but I've just got this feeling that it's going to rain tomorrow, so I might as well get this bird cooked, and then I'll have some meat to eat tomorrow as well. If it's too rainy, at least that's my backup plan, you know. So I've managed to get it going. Some pretty damp stuff actually. Uh-oh, rain's going out. Okay, it goes again. It's taken. Which I'm very happy with. Woohoo! So I have got here a partridge, and I'm about to stuff it with half a onion, half a lemon, and smother in a little bit of butter, chuck in a bit of butter, a bit of salt, and I've wrapped some sweet potato in tin foil, and I've got that on the fire now in the coals, and I'm going to get this on, and it shouldn't take too long. They're pretty good for cooking on a fire because they're such small birds, so they'll cook pretty quickly. So yeah, that'll be my dinner tonight. Nom nom. Okay, my bird is on. Take my hands. Can you see how filthy they are? Yeah. When there's no water around, I literally just rub my hands in the earth just to get rid of all the bird stuff on my hands. And that just, I mean, obviously it doesn't clean them, but it managed to wipe off a lot. And the earth is a lot cleaner than that. Yeah, sorry, you can see shadow there because I got my head torch on. But yeah, that should take about half an hour. I've got potatoes in there and the partridge, and that should take about half an hour. I'm snivelly this evening. My allergies. I think it's probably the smoke, to be honest. Anyway, here we are. All nice and snivelly. Just me, the trees, and peace. Right, now I think my potato might be ready. I'm just going to stick a knife in it and see. Oh yeah. Oh, well, it's not coming back up again, but nearly done, I think. Just a little bit longer. And the bird is in there. It's sizzling away. So even if I don't eat this tonight, I'll have some nice meat cooked for tomorrow, and I can have it for breakfast if need be. So it'll save me a hassle if it's raining tomorrow, having to cook anything, and I'll get my tent packed up and all the rest of it. And maybe have a little, see if I can have a wild swim somewhere before I go home. But yeah, bloody good night. Whoop, whoop. So here's my little wonky pot, which I'm just heating up some water because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this little metal bottle up with the water overnight, stick it inside a couple of socks and inside my sleeping bag, and then that will keep me warm tonight, and in the morning it'll still be, you know, sort of lukewarm, and I can use it to wash my face. So that was my little routine that I did last the last camp that I did. So honestly, tonight could not be more perfect. Okay, this is attempt 2 at making my hot water. I tried to take it off and it just went everywhere. Luckily not on the fire though, but I spilt the whole lot. So this is attempt 2, and it's a little bit more stable now. Potatoes are done, which are just sat there ready for when the bird is finished. I've got a feeling it's probably going to be ready very soon. I'm going to take it out in a minute and then try and, I don't know, it might actually already be a crispy skin or whatever. Hopefully it will be. If not, then I'll take it out and I will attempt to, because I've got very little equipment here, I will attempt to sort of griddle it a bit, you know, and get the skin nice and crispy. Although I have got this thing with me, and I thought if I put that upside down on top of the fire, I could stick the bird on top and sort of use it as a griddle. I found that just in the street on the floor. I thought, oh great, I'll have that. It looks like it could be useful or something. Fires and stuff. I think it's like a chip pan thing. So yeah, I might not end up using it. It might be absolutely fine, but we shall see. And I literally only put that pot on about 3 minutes ago, and I can already hear it starting to boil. So it's pretty good, pretty cool. It's getting late though now, and I want this done so I can get to bed. I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay, so I slightly overdid the bird. It's burnt on that end, but there is still some nice juicy meat on the inside. Hold on, oh, look at that. Yes. So it's alright, it's not too bad. I can just not eat the burnt bits, but yeah, that is cooked. That is a lesson to learn. Do not overcook the bird. Didn't need that long because it is mega hot on that fire. Okay guys, I just thought I'd show my face a little bit because I've been showing you what I've been up to. But here I am. Here's my ugly mug. Yeah, woo, spooky. Oh, there's my massive nose. Okay. There you go. You love it. It's lovely. Oh, it's bloody lush, isn't it? Look at that. Can't go wrong with that, dude. I've had my dinner. I've got my tent behind. You can't see it, but I've got my tent just pitched over there. As you can hear, it's like mega quiet and absolutely gorgeous out here. You can see the moon through the trees, and I look like I'm half dead. But yeah, happy days. I'm in my happiest place right now. It's one night, but it's all you need. Beautiful fresh air. Can you see my breath? Steam rings. Absolutely epic. Morning everyone. Don't know if you can see, it's quite dark in the tent, but it's quite light outside. I didn't sleep too well. I got to bed. I've got here a winter sleeping mat, and I've got a Rab 1100 sleeping bag, which is supposed to be the best for winter. I think the mistake I made is that I didn't bring my wool blanket, which I would usually put down underneath. I wanted to try and keep it minimal, so I wasn't carrying too much stuff through the forest. I felt that cold coming up through the ground into the sleeping mat and into my sleeping bag, and I was literally wearing all my clothes, including merino wool leggings, thermal leggings over the top, and ski trousers. Then I'm wearing 2 merino wool t-shirts, 1 long sleeve thermal top, 1 vest, a woolen jumper, and then my duck down jacket over the top. What I wasn't, first of all, halfway through the night, I wasn't wearing ski trousers and I wasn't wearing the duck down, and I was cold. So halfway through the night I put on the ski trousers and the duck down, and I was then able to sleep a little bit. But I've just woken up and I just was going to show you outdoors my lovely view, and thankfully it's not raining, so I'm going to probably get up now and get as much as I can packed away, leave the tent up, just so I've got somewhere to escape to. I'm going to light a fire and just spend a little bit of time with nature before I head back. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, there's my view. Beautiful morning. I do feel that it's gonna rain. A lot of cloud in the sky. Wow, that is beautiful. The remnants of last night's fire. Stunning. So I'm up and about, and I've managed to get everything packed away except the tent. Here's my full 360 view. See the mountain through the trees, look. got my little fire going, which was really easy to do because thankfully it didn't rain last night and there were lots of hot embers, so I could light that really easily. And it is very cold this morning, so it's nice to have a fire and warm up a bit. Just got to try and figure out a way of getting the kettle on and make myself a makeshift griddle or whatever. So, yeah. I'm sure I could fashion something together quickly. Yeah, that is getting really hot now. Just what you need, because it's so easy to get really cold without fire and not be able to warm up, so. I've just packed everything away. I've got my fire. I'm going to cook my breakfast in a minute. I forgot to bring my little tripod with me, so I won't be able to film what I'm doing unless I prop my camera up somewhere. I could try, but it might be a bit awkward to see it. I suppose I could make a little makeshift camera stand. But yeah, I'm going to have eggs, smoked salmon, eggs, and something else. Can't remember. So, yeah, I'm feeling really chilled actually. It's been a really successful camp and I'm so pleased it didn't rain because it was forecast for rain. So, I'm a very happy chappy right now. If anybody's hesitant about doing something like this, I would suggest get out of your comfort zone and just do it. Because I got all my stuff in the car and I was so close to not going. I was like, because it was late and it took me a while to get ready. So, but I just made myself do it. I thought, doesn't matter, challenge myself, and I did it. And I'm so glad I did, because I just feel a million times better. Even if it's just for one night, it's just a massive reset. And especially this one's especially for the girls, ladies. Don't be afraid in your own company. Don't be afraid to get out there, because it's so worth it and it's amazing for your confidence. And I'd suggest trying to find like a wild camp, or if you know some people who wouldn't mind you using their land, rather than sort of finding random places. Only because, you know, if you're starting out, just so that you feel like you're a bit, you know, safer than just places you don't know, you know? Or not necessarily safer, but just closer to your car, that kind of thing, in case you need to bail. But I was really lucky tonight, last night and this morning, because it hasn't rained at all, so happy days. just getting a few more twigs because the coals are hot, but I want to get some flames going so that I can get this water boil quicker. Spinach, that was it. I got spinach from the food bank and it's perfectly fine, and I'm going to make an omelette. That's what I'm going to do, with smoked salmon fried in organic butter, spinach. So here we have smoked salmon, spinach, and I'm going to crack an egg in here now. Flames are licking up a little bit. It actually looks like it's boiling, or about to. So I'm going to have a lovely hot drink as well. So it's cooking rather slowly. I suppose I could take it off and put some more wood on top just to get it cooking a bit quicker. Oh, here we go. It's cooking now, that's it. I'll make sure it's done all the way through. Can't wait to get a GoPro. It's going to save such a lot of hassle faffing about. So I made a little tripod there and I put the phone on it to, you know, get a little bit of a view, but it wasn't the best. So I've got a tripod at home, but the thing is that if you have a GoPro, you don't have to fiddle around. You just got it there all the time, and you can film with your phone on the other. You know, your videos start getting a bit better, basically. That's what I'd like to do. I'm getting there, bit by bit, and this is doing well. It's taking a bit of time, but we're getting there. It's just what I need. I am hungry this morning. To be fair, I don't usually eat in the mornings at all. I usually fast, but when you're out and you don't know whether you're going to get a chance to eat again, you've got the fire going, it's better to get some food in you while you can. So, and just talk a little bit about my kit. So all the stuff here is makeshift. Obviously this thing I found is, you know, whether it's from a shop, I don't know, but I gave it a good clean up, and it's brilliant for just popping over the fire and having somewhere to put your pot without it falling over. So I thought that would come in handy. I'm quite pleased I brought it with me. And all the stuff I get is mainly from charity shops or sort of old, you know, jumble sales, sort of warehouse sales, that kind of thing. So I do everything on a budget, although there are some things which I don't scrimp on. A decent sleeping bag, I don't know, walking boots, that kind of thing, and tents, you know, unless you can find a... I mean, to be fair, you could probably, you know, do fine with just getting stuff from military shops, and I know a lot of people do that and just go old school. Ah, oopsie, ooh, that was close. No, breakfast in the ashes. Thankfully that didn't happen. So yeah, it's surprising what you can, you know, once you keep your eyes peeled for things, it's surprising what you can find, really. I was raving on about my boots the other day, and look what happened to them this morning. Ah, no! So I don't know whether I should bother getting them fixed or just go and get a new pair at some stage. But at least it wasn't raining, so I haven't got a wet foot. And I haven't got to walk far to the car, so it's not dangerous or anything. This is nearly done. The other thing as well is that being out here makes you really aware of the use of plastic. I mean, you know, already so aware of it, but try to avoid it wherever I can, but it's just everywhere, isn't it? And when you're out here and you're sort of preparing food from packets, it just feels so wrong. Yeah. Do your best, don't you? Anywho's, this is nearly done. Well, here I am, and I've had my breakfast, packed everything away, and I'm just sat here now, just chilling next to the fire, soaking up the beautiful woodland vibes. You can't beat it, you really can't. I think what I'm going to do is, once I've put everything in the car, I'm going to go and see if I can have a little bit of a wild swim. So, I'll be making a video on that, no doubt. In the space of 24 hours, it's amazing what you can do. Completely change your mindset. Ah, the sun's come out. What? Can you see that? Ah, yes. That is so nice. A bit of sunshine through the trees. Yeah, it's amazing what it can do. 24 hours. You feel like a completely different person. I definitely do this more regularly. Money is always an issue though, getting here, fuel, that sort of thing. But I try to keep my costs down as much as possible. I drive at 60 miles an hour on the motorway, and that seemed to save quite a lot of money in fuel. And you have a much more chilled out journey too. It beats paying thousands of pounds in all these posh hotels, and which I never really liked anyway. I always feel a bit kind of clinical and awkward. Don't always get a good night's sleep when you're out doing wild camps. But a lesson to learn: in the winter, always wear all of your layers and all of your clothing. And that was a mistake because I was cold. I felt the cold coming up through the ground into my sleeping mat. But as I mentioned before, I forgot to bring my wool blanket, and I'm sure that would have made a huge difference to my warmth. But halfway through the night, I put on my duck down jacket over the top, and I put on my ski trousers, and that helped me to sleep a lot better. So that is a lesson to learn in the winter. Wear every layer you have that's comfortable, you know. And I literally did the toggle up, so that it was right around all I could, like, just so my nose was poking out so I could breathe. Yeah, and I had some pretty beautiful dreams actually. I think the sound of the wind in the trees was just beautiful as well. And I don't like sharing my location just purely because I'm solo, but in time I will big up the people here because they do an amazing job with this forest. It's so beautiful, and you know, so they're very relaxed, and often you get the whole place to yourself. So, and it's only £10 a night per night here, so absolutely beautiful. All right, guys.